So friends, let's start. And my name is Zamir, and I'm the trainer for Azure as well as for MCSE and CCNA. Now, friends, understanding what is cloud. Cloud is in boom. Cloud is in demand. Cloud is the skill set which is need in today's time. Now, when I want to know about cloud, I can understand cloud by taking some basic examples like electricity. So electricity as a service. Now, if I want to understand in the most basic sense what a cloud is, so we are actually using a cloud environment, and that cloud is a non-IT cloud. But this is a cloud model, but a non-IT cloud model. And this non-IT cloud model is most commonly used, and that is electricity as a service. Now, in this non-IT cloud, what happens? There is a electricity provider, and this electricity provider has invested everything. Like if I talk about a lot of electricity providers are there, Reliance, Adani, and other electricity providers. So what they have done, they have invested in huge infrastructure, and there they generate a big cloud of electricity. And for me as a customer, if I want to use their electricity, what I need to do? I just need to fill up a form and I will get an electricity connection at my home. So for the customer, for the client, for the end user who wants to use their service, the customer is just not interested what is happening in the back end, what headache has been taken, how the electricity is generated, where it is generated, and what devices are used to generate the electricity. As a customer, I'm just not interested in that part. So for me, this non-IT cloud model, which is the most commonly used, that is electricity as a service, this is a cloud model. And in this cloud model, as a customer, we just use the service and we pay for them. Now, if I use the electricity, I will use it on a monthly basis and I will pay the bill. And the benefit of cloud model is you how much you want. I want a lot of electricity. For example, I want to use a lot of fans, ACs, and a lot of other things are for business purpose also. So I can use that. That means the electricity for me, it is unlimited. And whenever I want, the electricity is available for me. That means the cloud providers, they take care of everything. They say that we have invested and we have a huge cloud of electricity, and how much you want, you can get it, and that too, it is instantly available. You just need to pay for that electricity. That's it. So that's the model which we say is pay as you go. So this is a cloud model. In a cloud model, we use the concept of pay as you go. Cloud is created by cloud providers, and the customers use their cloud, pay them as they use. Now, when we talk about IT cloud, in IT cloud, there are lot of players like AWS, Azure, GCP, and other players are there. Now, these players, these providers, they have created their own cloud, and where they give infrastructure as a service. There are other terms also, like you might have heard about platform as a service. You might heard about software as a service. And you are actually going to see them. What is infrastructure as a service? What is meant by platform as a service? What is meant by software as a service? So at the time of lab environment, I will show you that this particular service which we are using, it comes under infrastructure as a service. This particular service which we are using comes under platform as a service. And software as a service, it is not in our part. It is purely the simple example of software as a service is everything is ready-made. That is an Office 365. So those who use them, they're using of software as a service. And in infrastructure as a service, suppose I want to create a server in Azure Cloud. So I want 2 core and 4 GB RAM server. So this server comes under infrastructure as a service. And then I will give you an example. A lot of examples are there of platform as a service which you are going to use, like Azure CDN, Azure Bastion service, things which are given ready-made, and but you need to add something also in that. Now friends, I just started with cloud so that we have people right now and we have a uh, good count, so that's good to go. So friends, I hope everyone has an idea of what the cloud is, and in the basic sense we can say that there is a provider of the cloud. He invests everything, he takes the entire attention, entire management, everything is handled by the cloud provider, and the cloud provider gives the customer everything as a service, and the customer is charged on pay as you go model. That is, the customer will use the cloud and then accordingly he will pay to the cloud provider. So in non-IT we use electricity as a service. This is an example of non-IT cloud. And in IT cloud we use infrastructure, their infrastructure, their platform and their software is given to us as a service. So how this infrastructure is created? So that means Azure has invested a huge amount in creating this infrastructure. So if I talk about the first service, that is infrastructure as a service, how do I get this service? What is there in the backend? In the backend, Azure has done a lot of investment and created a lot of data centers across the globe. There are more than 60 data center of Azure in the entire world. Azure has divided the entire world into 60 regions. We say that in the term of Azure as regions. Now friends, if I want to create a server in Azure Cloud, for example, I want to create 2 servers in Azure Cloud. What is the first thing that I need? The first thing which I need if I want to create servers in Azure Cloud is I need an account. Now I hope you have an idea of what is a cloud. So if I want to use the cloud and a course is on Azure, so if I want to use the Azure Cloud, then how can I use the Azure Cloud? How can I use their 3 services: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service? So right now, these things will come slowly at the time of practical, and this infrastructure, platform, and software, you will see what is actually given to us as a service, what is meant by that, and you will see that practically when we will actually deep dive and see those services. Now friends, in short, if I want to create 2 servers in Azure Cloud, I need an account, and with the help of this account I can use Azure Cloud. Now I hope you might have created the account, and those who do not have an Azure account can just stay with me and we would be creating an Azure account. So friends, uh, can you give me the confirmation that you have created the Azure account? How many people have created the Azure account? Okay, that's good. Now friends, those who have not created the Azure account, you need to create the Azure account along with us. So Azure is giving a free account, because if I want to use Azure Cloud, I cannot invest my own pocket money. So Azure is giving everyone to come to their cloud and see how the cloud works. So that's why they give a free account. Now, what is there in this free account? In this free account, we have 13,300 rupees. We get this amount as a credit. So I will see when my account is created, I will get this 13,300 rupees as a credit, and I can use this amount within 1 month. So the expiry date of this amount is 1 month. Within 1 month, I need to use this 13,300 rupees. And how can I use this amount? That's you leave on me. We are going to use this amount, and we are going to create virtual machines, we are going to create load balancers, we are going to create scale set, we are going to create storage account, we are going to create Azure CDN, and lot of other things. Now let us see how a free account is created. Okay, शब्बीर भाई ने कहा है कि I have created but subscription does not show as free subscriptions. No issues. Mostly people from UK, US, and Australia or Singapore or UAE, you will not see free subscription. At least you will see yourself as owner. And yesterday you have sent me the screenshot, so that is proper. That is perfect. Your account has been created perfectly. Now let us go ahead, friends. And in the Google, you can type in Azure free account. You can just go ahead and click on Microsoft Azure account, get your account, free account. And this is create your Azure free account today. Get started with 12 months of free services. Click on start free. So I hope those people who have not created the account, you are doing the lab with me. Like you need to click on create one. You need to click on this create one. So can I get the name of those people who do not have an account? Because without practical, there is no enjoyment in the cloud. We need to show you how things work. And for that, if I want to use Azure Cloud, I need to have an account. Without account, we cannot go ahead. So we want an account for everyone which is right now, you need to have an account. So those people who have not created your account, you can just put a text message to me. Just you can put that you can put the n with the no, so that I will come to know that you have not created your account. So those people who have not created the account, you can just type n in the chat message. Okay, so Amol bhai and Vijay, you have not created your account. Okay, only 2 people have not created the account. Anyone else? Okay, so we have only 2 people who have not created the account. And can you share me the reason also? Like, can you create the account right away? Are you were facing the problems or something like this? So if 2 people are there, then I will share a temporary basis. I will share my account with you. You can use it for today, and then after the class, I will help you out in creating your account. Now, friends, let us go ahead. So Azure is a cloud provider, and Azure has more than 60 plus data centers across the world. So data centers are known as regions. In the world of Azure, it is known as region. Now, in India, we have 3 data centers. One is in Mumbai, one is in Pune, one is in Chennai. So we have 3 data centers in India. And how this data center is created? So Azure took a place in Mumbai, and where it is, no one knows. So it is in BKC, it is in Vashi, it is in Worli, it is in Airoli, in Mumbai. Where it is, it's a hidden thing. So no one has an idea except few people who work there. No one has an idea that where in Mumbai they have created their data center. So for example, in India, in Mumbai, they have taken a huge space and there they have created their own data center. And in that data center, they have physical security, they have the cooling, they have the racks, they have switches, they have servers, they have load balancers, they have the entire infrastructure. It is ready there. As a customer, I just need to go to the portal. If I want to create a server in Mumbai data center, what I need? I need an account. The step number one, if I want to create a server in Mumbai data center, is I need an account. And for people to come in and to use Azure Cloud as a part of marketing, they give the free account. So in this free account, you get 13,300 rupees and which you can use for 1 month. Now friends, going ahead. Now I hope you have an idea of what the cloud is. And let us go to the most important and the first slide of Azure, that is the flow of Azure. Now, the first thing in Azure is I need an account. Now, after having an account, if I want to use, remember, if I want to use Azure services, for example, I want to create a server, I want to create a load balancer in Azure. That means I want to use Azure service. I want to use Azure. So just by having an account, things will not work. I must have a subscription. A subscription is required in Azure to use Azure services. So the services like the VM, the load balancer, I cannot create them directly under the account. It is not possible. I need to have a subscription. To use Azure services like load balancer and virtual machine or server, I need to have a subscription. So the step number one is, after creating an account, is if I want to use an Azure services and definitely I want to use them, then I need to have minimum one active subscription. That is one active subscription. That means the subscription can go into the disabled state also. So right now, the requirement is the subscription should be active. Let us see whether all of us have an active subscription or not. So let us go to the Azure. If I want to go to the Azure Cloud, what is the website? The website name is portal.azure.com. So today we are going from the very basics, from the very start. Today is step number one, and I hope everyone is in sync. And if you face any issues, if you think that the concept is not clear to you, you can just type a message, please repeat. I will repeat it for you. We can repeat multiple times, and that's what we are there for. Now let us go ahead. If I want to use Azure Cloud, I need to have an account. After creating the account, I will log in, go to the website known as portal.azure.com, and I will see whether I have a subscription or not. Let us go ahead and confirm that. So let us go to portal.azure.com. So this is the website, portal.azure.com, and you can log in with your credentials. Okay, now has everyone logged in into the portal? Just type the Y message, and if you face any issues, please update me in the chat, because for the lecture to go ahead, we need to log in into the portal. Okay, that's good. And this screen is not coming. The screen is not coming. Okay, so you can check right now. So is the screen refreshing? Right now I clicked on home button. Okay, this screen is not coming, so no issues. I will just share the temporary credentials which I have with two people known as Amul and Vijay. So give me a few minutes. I am pausing my screen. Now friends, Amul and Vijay, I have provided you your login credentials, and I will get an OTP message. So once you log in, I will get an OTP. So please update me. I will send you that OTP number. So have you logged in? So Vijay and Amul, please log in. Please go to portal.azure.com and please log in with the credential with the username and the password, which I have shared with you. Okay, I got a code. Someone has logged in right now, and the code is 476683. So you both of you can try, because I don't know who has logged in. So I just got one code. So the next person has not even tried. So please try to log in. Okay, so Azure account has been created by Vijay. That's good. Now, friends, let us start. Let us go ahead. And On my screen, you can see a lot of things like home, dashboard, all services, and lot of other things. But on my screen, you can see this is dock. So if you want the same thing, let us go ahead and let us click on this setting tab. So please click here in the setting icon. Please click on the setting icon. This is the portal setting. Now here I can configure some basic things like sign me out when inactive. So you can decide when you want to when you want yourself to be sign out. The next is this is choose your default mode for the portal menu. Click on dock. So when I click on fly out, it goes away. And when I click on dock, it comes back. So dock is very easy. So I request everyone to please click on the dock. Okay. Now you can change the contrast also, white, black, and this is dangerous. So I will come back to none. So you can change the contrast as per your choice, language and region. Just click on the close. तो हमारे अमूल भाई ने कहा है कि अमूल भाई is facing some issues. Okay, let us take your remote. So I am making you the presenter. I am sending a request to you. So please quickly approve the request so that I can get your screen as a remote session. Make presenter, request keyboard and mouse, click on yes. Okay, so friends, one request. So when I get this, okay, you are getting this one, and it is asking for credit, that is India one. So it is correct. You have this. It is perfect. Okay, friends. Now, if you want to check whether you have created the account and if you want to check your subscription, let us go ahead. Let us go to all services. So please, everyone, click on all services and type in subscription here and keep the mouse over the subscription. And when you keep your mouse on the subscription, you will see the star icon. So your star is unfilled right now. So when you fill the star, this subscription will come in your favorite and you will see the subscription here. Now friends, the first thing in Azure is having an account, and in an account, if you want to use Azure services, I need to have a subscription. Okay, I will show it once again. So Gautam bhai ne kaha hai once again. Okay, go to all services. Please type in subscription, SUBS. You will see a subscription service like this. Please keep your mouse on this subscription and you will see the favorite star. Just click on the star and that star will move this service to your favorite so that you do not need to search this again and again. And it will come to my favorite like this. Now you can click here and you can see your subscription. And I hope everyone is able to see your subscription, and your subscription is in active state. You will not see the cost right now because you have not used anything. So if you write, this is a very new account for you, new subscription. That's why you are not seeing the cost. And Stephen Bhai ne kaha कि for me it is disabled. That means your 30 days has expired, Stephen Bhai. Now you need to upgrade your account to pay-as-you-go model, or you can create a new account. And by the time for today, you can use our own account. So I will share this login with you. You can just sign out from your current one and use this one. I will get an OTP. Just tell me, I will share the OTP with you. Now, going ahead, in my case, I can see the subscription name. I can see the subscription ID. That means every subscription has a name, has an ID. And if I want to change the name of the subscription, so you all are seeing free trial, and I can see the name as production because I changed the name of my subscription depending upon my requirement. Here you can see I have a production subscription, I have a testing subscription. That means in an account I can create multiple subscriptions. Now going ahead, let us first click on this subscription and let us rename. So what can I do in this subscription? So everyone on this page, this is the page of your subscription. Just click on that free trial one and you will come on this page. So anyone facing any issues, please update me in the chat. So do not hesitate. You can send a private message also if you face any issues. Now friends, let us go ahead. So can everyone give me the confirmation that you are on this page? Just type the Y message. For me, the Y message is very important for the entire course, and I request everyone to type the Y message. So otherwise, I would be taking your names and then one by one if I don't see the Y message, because it has to be an interactive session. And password not matching, it is capital A capital AZURE #123456. So it's a capital A. Now friends, going ahead, why do I need a subscription? Why do I need a subscription? The simple answer is I want to use Azure services. If I want to use Azure services, I must have a subscription in Azure. I cannot directly create a server. I need to have a service. I need to have a subscription. So that subscription is the billing point. That means the bill which is going to occur, the monthly bill which I'm going to get is on the subscription. So in that subscription, if I have 5 servers running, then I will be billed for that 5 servers on this subscription. So in simple words, billing occurs or at the subscription level. So if I want to see here, I can just click on the cost analysis. Right now, nothing would be there. So Partha Bhai ne kaha it is showing free trial and no cost. That's perfect because you have a free trial subscription for 30 days and there is no cost because you have not used anything. I have used a lot of things. That's why I can see in the cost analysis, I can see this. So here, as Stephen Bhai ne kaha it is not working. So what I can do is I can share that. I can share this one, a different one with you. So it should work, my friend. Yesterday only I tested all these things, and it is capital A Z small z URE, capital A small z URE #123456. You can sign out and sign in with the new one, and it should work. Now friends, the subscription is required to use Azure services, and that is the billing point. So if on monthly basis, I will get the bill on this subscription. So whatever services are there, whatever virtual machines are there, accordingly for that amount, I would be billed on this subscription. Next is I can control. So here you can see cost analysis. Right now, do not take any tension because we have a complete chapter of cost management. In that, we will see how to save cost, how to do this analysis, and how to set the budgets on this subscription. So we can set the budgets also on this subscription that, for example, you have a monthly budget of 5 lakh rupees and the resource which are used, and when the budgets, suppose you are using a lot of services, lot of virtual machines, lot of server in your subscription, and then you want to know that when it crosses 5 lakh you must be triggered. So that the way we use budget in our day-to-day life, the way budgets are used the in Azure environment, we can set budgets so that we are intimated when that particular amount is reached. Now we can get the invoice here. The invoice is the bills which we will get. We can see in the subscription, we can see the bill which we are going to get, and we can also decide who can access my subscription. That comes in the under IAM. So this lecture today and tomorrow's lecture will focus on identity and access management, and few things like in the overview. When I click on the overview, I can see my subscription ID, I can see my current billing period. So the day on which you create your subscription, this is your billing period. You can see your currency depending upon your country. You can see the state, and you can see the role as your role is account admin. For people outside India, their role is owner. You will see as owner. Normally people from UAE, Singapore, and Australia or UK. Normally people from India, you will see your role as owner here. So these are the offer. This is the normal pay. For me, it is pay as you go, and for you, it is a free account. Now, friends, if I want to give a name to my subscription, I can click on rename. So just click on rename, and you can give a name to your subscription. So just give a name and click on save. So click on rename, give a name, and click on save. Yeah, account admin for is fine. Normally account admin should be shown, but I have seen people from UAE, and they in their case it shows owner, but they have the same billing rights and all that. So what name should be given? So you can give the name according to your, right now I have given the production, so you can give this if you want, or you can give your own name. Right now it's a lab environment, so you can give whatever name you like. Yeah, like you can give your own own name or any name which you like. Gautam Basu ने कहा है कि can you come to my screen, it is not showing. You can give any name which you want, like okay, that's good. So change name, okay, change name but showing free trial only. We need to give it some time, so we need to give it 10 minutes at least. then you will see. Now friends, I hope everyone has a good idea right now that the first thing in Azure is an account. And in that account, if I want to use the Azure service, I need to have a subscription. And that subscription should be in active state. Otherwise, I cannot use Azure services. Now, right now, we all have a free account, and in that free account, we have a free subscription. And this free subscription will expire after 30 days, and it is in active state. So what else can I do in subscription? So I will just give you an overview of what else you can do in subscription. You can control who can access your subscription, how that we will see today and tomorrow in the topic of IAM. You can see the cost, what is the cost. You can do a cost analysis, because when the bill will come, definitely you will want to see that what is consuming what. For example, I have a server which is running, and that server is in this production subscription. So I want to find the cost of this particular server. What is the cost of this server to me? I can do in the cost analysis. I will find the cost of this server. So how much Azure charge me for this server? I can see the entire details in the cost analysis. I can set a budget on my subscription so that I will be alerted in advance that how much amount my subscription is using. Next is, these are the invoices. I can see the bill. And going ahead, so now friends, I will just have a look in the chat message. Anything we get as free service after 1 month? Yes, you get 12 months of, for 12 months you get at least 25 popular services. They are free, and they are free services, but they are of no use. They are just those services which normally we don't use, but they are free for an entire 1 year. The services which we are going to use that's in the 1 month, and that's is for that Azure has given us 13,300 rupees. And then there are few services which are available for you for entire 12 months, but they are not too great. They are very less. Now friends, going ahead, I can create multiple subscriptions depending upon my requirement. For example, in my company, I can create a production subscription different. I can create a testing subscription different. That means in an account, I can create more than one subscription also depending upon my business requirement. Now, this is a common requirement in companies, in enterprise, where we keep one subscription separate for production environment, one subscription for testing environment. What happens in big companies? Big companies, they have a tester, a developer who wants a server for testing purpose. So there is a person known as developer, and a tester, he wants a server just for testing purpose, for testing environment. So for testing environment, I don't want to mix my testing environment and the production environment. I want to keep my production servers different. I want to keep my testing servers different. I want to get a separate bill for my production. I want to get a separate bill for my testing environment. I want to set a different budget for production. I want to set a different budget for testing environment. So that's the reason why I am creating a separate subscription. So the most important thing is in creating a separate subscription is you are segregating your account. This is different. This is in an account. These servers are for production one. So all the production servers will be created in the production subscription, and all the testing servers will be created in the testing subscription. I hope this point is clear to everyone. This is an important point, that an account can consist of multiple subscriptions, and I can create the subscriptions depending upon my business requirement. So is there any doubt in this point? अमल भाई ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है, बिलिंग फॉर बोथ आर सेम आर डिफरेंट? Yeah, that's a good question. Billing for both can be same and can be different also. For example, when I create this subscription, I use my for example ICICI debit card, sorry, credit card, and at the time of creating the testing subscription, I can use the same credit card, or I can use a separate Quota credit card. I can use the same credit card, or I can use the separate credit card. So at the time of subscription, Azure will ask you about money. So Azure will ask about money, and money means Azure will tell us, please provide your credit or debit card in at the time of creating subscription. So I can use the same credit card or debit card which I use for creating the production one, the first subscription, or I can use a different credit or debit card. Now friends, going ahead. Now we are going to create a subscription. So I'm going to show you how to create a subscription in an account. But you will not be able to create a subscription because you have a free subscription right now. And when I have a free account, and in that account I have a free subscription, Azure does not allow me to create one more subscription. Azure says, please use the free one first, and then you can create the next one. But in my case, my account, my subscription is a pay-as-you-go model. So that means in this subscription, whatever I use, I need to pay this amount. So in this subscription, I'm being charged 51 rupees for the last bill amount. So this I need to pay 51 rupees I need to pay to them. So whatever I use in this subscription, I need to pay for them. So subscription has different type, like pay-as-you-go, and yours is a free subscription. Mine is a pay-as-you-go subscription. Now I'm going to create one more subscription in my account. Let us see how can I create. So I will go back to subscription. You have seen that when I was on this page, in the subscription one, if I wanted to go back, I just clicked on the subscription. Simply, I just clicked on this subscription and I am back on this page. That means Azure has designed the portal in a very simple and very user-friendly way. You just need to click, you can inside. If you want to come back, just click on the back. That's it. You are back the way where you were at the start, or wherever at what points you go, everything is linked here, and you will see all the pointers at the top. If you want to go back or anywhere, you just need to click there. Yeah, I want to go back. I can click on subscriptions, and I will see all the subscriptions once again. Now here, I want to create one more subscription in my account, and for that, I'm going to click on the add button. So you can also click on the add button, but you will get an error. But go ahead and click on the add button. So Stephen bhai, if you want, I can take your remote. Stephen bhai तक हमारी आवाज जा रही है? Stephen bhai. Okay. So let us take the remote of Stephen bhai. Now, so you are the presenter right now. Okay, let us log in your account. Okay, your account password is not correct. Okay. Password is coming correctly. If I try it on my screen, on my system, portal.azure.com. So I am resetting the password from my screen, from my side, and then I will log in. Copy, paste the password here. Okay, so I'm back. Now friends, just have a look on my screen. I want to show you that how to create one more subscription in Azure. So here I will go back to mine. Okay, so I'm on the page of subscription. So here, when I click on subscription, I am on this page. And Ganesh Bhai ne kaha ki please show it again. Okay, so I am on this page, and here there is an add button. So how to come on this page? Just click on subscription. So once you click on subscription, you will come on this page. And here you need to click on the add button. So if you click on the add button, right now you will not be able to create a new subscription. But from my screen, you can see I'm not going to create a new subscription, but I want to show you some important points at the time of creating a subscription. Now here it shows me the most popular subscription type. So free trial, it will say I cannot use the free trial because I have used that free trial. So free trial is only once. I'm not eligible for that because I have used that. I can create a pay-as-you-go subscription. That is, whatever servers I create in this subscription, I will be charged for that. I just go ahead and select the offer. And here, sign up for Azure. No upfront cost and no commitment, pay only for the resource you use. Now it is going to ask me for the payment information. So it is asking me, you already have a subscription, and in that subscription, you are using Maksood Sir's credit card. So do you want to use the same thing? And I can say next. I can go ahead. or it gives me an opportunity that you want to use a new payment method for your subscription, I can just go ahead and say new, and I can add the new credit card details. Getting the point? So at the time of creating subscription, I can use the same credit card or I can use a different credit card. I said I want to use the same credit card and I said next. Then it will ask me about my address, the GST number, the address, and then I will click on next. Now it will ask me about the support. So we said, what kind of support is this? What is this support about? So Azure says, when you create a subscription, in subscription, we give you a support plan. So there are multiple type of support plans like developer support plan, plan, professional direct. So what happens if I created a server in this subscription? So this is my subscription, I created server and I face some issue with this server. It is not restarting, it is not stopping, it is not working the way it should be. That means I need a support. I need to raise a technical request with Azure. Now, if I want to raise a technical request with Azure, Azure says that's not free. Technical support is not free because they have a technical team which is sitting in the backend. Who is going to pay them? So for that, Azure says we are going to charge you for that. So if I create something, I need to pay the charge of this server. I need to pay for the support also. Getting the point, friend? So technical support, remember, technical support is not free. If I want to raise a technical request, it is not free. I need to have a support plan. I can raise billing related request for free without any support plan. I can raise a billing request. I want to know why have you charged this much in my bill. I can raise a request like this. I want to know the charge of this particular server. I can raise a request like this. I will show you right away after some time. So that request is free. So billing request is free, but technical request needs a support plan. Now, what support plan should I choose? So Azure has given me multiple support plan. Azure says right now I'm creating a subscription. And if you are creating this subscription for development and testing purpose, that means in this subscription you are going to create servers, and that servers are normal for developers. And that is, if it goes down or there is some issue also, you can handle it out. It's not your production, not that critical as the production one. So I said, yes, I'm going to create a new subscription for my development testing environment. I want to create their servers there. So Azure says, we have a developer plan for you. And in this developer plan, we are going to charge you 1,916.79, even they take care of this paise also. So 0.79 per month, they are going to charge me. And whatever the credit card I have put in, every month it would be deducted from this. Without my intervention, automatically it will get deducted. Now, this developer plan for developers or teams looking to quickly and effectively get started on Azure. Technical support is available weekdays. Remember, it is developer, no? It is not production. So weekdays, Monday to Friday, and the timing is 9 to 5. That's the best timing of job which we want, 9 to 5. And with initial response. And if I raise a technical request, if I raise a request that my virtual machine is in hang state, my server is in hang state, please help me out, technical team. Technical team will say, we will respond you under 8 business hours, 8 hours. So the SLA is, we will respond you back. The initial response, the first response is under 8 hours. We are paying less, so we will get the support like that only. That's why the name is developer plan. Now, for example, I was creating this subscription for production. I said I cannot use this developer plan. My servers are highly critical. I cannot afford any downtime. I raise a request. I need a reply back quickly from Azure. I need an immediate support. In that case, Azure says, go for standard plan. We are going to charge you 6,600 rupees per month, and You will have a team 24/7 technical support, which is 24/7, not weekdays. And the initial response in under 2 hours. If I raise a request, I get an SLA of 2 hours. Within 2 hours, someone will definitely respond me up. The next is, I said I'm not happy with this. My business is highly critical. The servers which I'm going to create in this subscription, they are very critical. I just cannot afford any downtime. I cannot afford anything. I want the best of the best. So Azure says, we are going to give you the business. You can opt for. You can go for the business critical use of Azure. That is a professional direct plan. The charge is 10 times, and it is for business critical. And the most important thing is you will get a cloud advisor. He is going to advise you how to. He will guide you and advise you and in your subscription how to improve it and how to make it as stable and how to save cost. That's why, when an architect comes in picture, the charge is 10 times. You can understand the importance of an architect. So when a professional person comes into pictures, the charge is increased. Now, and definitely the customer will get the benefit of in the sense of improving reliability and optimizing cost. And the next thing is, you will get a 24/7 technical support with the fast initial response of under 1 hour. That's great. So depending upon my production environment, I can go for, depending upon my environment. If it is production, I will go for this one. If it is highly critical, I will go here. If it is a normal subscription I'm creating for developers and testing environment, I will go for developer support plan. And if I feel, well, I don't want any support plan right now, Azure says it's not mandatory. You will not be able to raise a technical request. That's it. I will go for no technical support. I am the only technical guy right now. I don't want any support. I will say next. And then finally, I need to click on agree. And after agreeing, I will click on sign up because I have not filled up the details above. That's why I'm not getting the sign up and I don't want to sign up. I just wanted to show you because I already have 2 subscriptions with me. So in this case, I hope you have a very clear idea of how an account consists of subscription and how at the time of creating the subscription, you get the option for the payment information, for the address, for the support plans. Now, I want to see the support plan for me for my current subscription. I want to see the support plan for my current subscription. Let us see how and where can I go and see. So friends, you can put the messages in the chat because I do a session and my voice was lost and I come to know here because I can see the voice audio is lost. So sometimes rarely it happens. Yeah, can we change this anytime? Can we change support plan also? That's good question. Let us go ahead. Now, I want to see the support plan. What is the support plan for my subscription right now? And you also want to see what is the support plan given to you by Azure. And what do you feel? What is the support plan you will get? You will get in this one, no technical support. Azure will say, get taking 13,300 rupees from me. And then we are going to give support plan also. So Azure ka to, you can say, diwala nikal jayega. The Azure is the Microsoft Azure is a big company with a big heart. So let us still go ahead, but there is no support plan. So if I want to see what is the support plan given to me, and if I want to see how the technical request or a billing request is being created, where it is created, very simple. Let us go to all services. Let us click on all services. Have a look on my screen because I know some people have dual monitor. Some people are doing on the same screen. That's fine. I try to go very slow. I am typing help and support, but for those people who are in sync with us, those people who are enjoying their breakfast, then it is a challenge for everyone. So go and please type help and support and you will see the help and support. Keep your mouse. Always make a practice. I request everyone, always make a practice whenever I type any new service. All these things are known as services. Everything in Azure is a ready-made service. In the backend, everything is created. You just want to say, I want to use this, use that and pay for that. But there are some things which is free and there is some services which are chargeable. Like subscription, creating a subscription is free. it is not chargeable. But when I create a server in that subscription, I will be charged for that server. So there are some services which are free. There are some services which are chargeable, and those are free, and it makes sense why they are free, and those are chargeable, and you will find out why they are being charged. Next is, I will keep a mouse on this help and support, and I will put this help and support in my favorite. And yes, it is here in the favorite part. That's good. So can you please give me a confirmation, my friend? So I will take a names. Aditya bhai, हो रहा है बराबर, and Amit bhai working fine, Amul bhai, CB bhai, Ganesh bhai, Gautam bhai. We have lot of names, so it would be a big challenge for me to take everyone name. But still, I will find out who is not giving the Y message, so I will take this name. So Imran bhai, Malesh bhai, and Mohammad Hussain, Nilesh Yadav, Nitin Mathur, Partha Ghosh. We have a lot of names, so it is a big challenge for me to take all names. But still, everyone be in sync. Everyone be in sync, and try to type the Y messages. Do not get bored with the Y message. It is part of interaction. So if you do something, I must come to know that how many people are actually doing the lab. We don't want anyone to just stay on the system. We want people to do practical along with us, and that's the most important point of Attari classes. That Attari classes believes on hands-on training. It's not a live video, and we just don't want this training to happen like that. It should be a completely interactive session. सैयदुर रहमान भाई आपने कहा है कि नहीं आया, तो जैसे ही आपने कोई इशू रिपोर्ट किया, बी रेडी, आई एम गोइंग टू टेक अ रिमोट ऑफिस. And one request to everyone, when I take a remote of your system, just close all the unwanted browser, all the unwanted tabs which are open. I request everyone to please close all the unwanted browser, unwanted tab, your critical banking details, whatever it is, just do not show in this session. Just keep only portal.azure.com. And if you want to create your notes, you can just point your notes, but there's no need of creating any notes because I'm going to share the entire PPT with you. So this entire PPT will be shared to you in the form of PDF in the LMS. So we will discuss about LMS after the session. After 9, when our session will end, we will discuss about the LMS part. Okay, आपने कहा no need, मतलब problem solve हो गया. That's great. Now friend, I will go back to help and support, and in the help and support, if I want to see the support plan, I can click on the support plan. So here I have the support plan. So please click on the support plan, and you will see, do you want to upgrade it? That means I ask Azure, can I upgrade it at any point of time? Azure says yes. Just pay and upgrade. You can upgrade at any point of time. Now here we are on the basics. In the basics, what I can do, I cannot raise a technical request. I can raise only billing request. So I hope everyone is on this page and you can see your support plan. What is the support plan which you see at your site? Okay, basic, that's good, that's good. So that's perfect. That's good. Now, in the basic, what I can do, I can raise a billing request, but I cannot raise a technical request. So let us see how a request is being raised. There is a new support request, and if I want to see all the requests which I have raised and what all solutions which were given to me, I can see the all support request, but right now there is nothing. And plus new support request. Here, what is the issue type? And I ask them, okay, what kind of issues I can raise, what kind of ticket I can raise. So it is telling me you can raise a billing request. You can raise, if you want to increase quota, there is a quota limit also, but that is not too huge. And I will share the limitation page with you, that there is a limit of something, but that limit is a big limit. But if I want to increase that limit, someone wants to say, I want to create 1000 VMs, 1000 server in Azure Cloud, they need to increase the limit, because there is a limit, soft limit and hard limit. I will share the page with you. There is an entire documentation of limits. Now here you can focus on billing and technical. Just have a look on my screen. If I click on the billing, if I want to raise a billing request, the billing request, the technical request will be raised on the subscription. So it is asking me which subscription. You have a billing problem on which subscription, because I will get a two separate bill. I said I got a B bill on my, I got a big bill on my production subscription. I want to know why. So I click this one. Summary is I just want to know about a charge, something like this, whatever is your problem, and select the problem type. In the drop down, I will select the problem type. It is a pricing, payment, assistance, unexpected charge. This is the most common, or you can say assistance with the biller usage. So I say I just got an unexpected charge. I was not expecting a huge charge like this. What is the problem types? Help me understand charge on my free trial. So this is a learning mechanism. If you want to learn, if you want to go ahead, you can just raise a request. And in future, in production environment, you must know how to raise a request. And this is a critical point. Now, I just put down the summary. The problem type is an expected charge. I just got an expected charge in for my production subscription. I want to know why. Help me understand the charge on my free trial. And I can click on next. When I click on next, is everyone on this screen? You can just select the way I'm doing. Everyone will get the same screen, correct? So you can also do along with me if you want. We are not going to create a request. We will see how to create a request. Now I will go next. I'm going to click on next. In the next, it is not directly going to create a request. It says we are going to share some solution with you. And definitely Azure is having a team of engineer in the backend. So what Azure feels, let the person who is creating the request, let him try to solve his own problem. Do it by yourself. And when you try to solve the problem by yourself, you are in a very happy state. And that's what happens with everyone. So Azure says, we have some documents, we have some solutions, we have some similar questions. Do it by yourself and try to solve your problem. I said my problem is not here. I will say next details. Details, when the problem start, the ID, the subscription ID, you need to mention here. That's the reason every subscription has a unique ID. So when we raise the request, Azure will identify using the subscription ID. Invoice related issues, you can provide the invoice ID and invoice all these things. And finally, you can click on review plus create. And how do you want yourself to be contacted, email, phone, and all that. Do not click on review and create because it is just a dummy thing. Finally, after filling all these details, I will get I can opt for the mail communication, I can opt for the phone communication, whatever I want depending upon my choice. So this is how I can raise a billing request. That's possible, and that is available in the basic plan. Now I don't want to click on review plus create. So finally, if I click here, it will create a request for me. It will review and then it will create. I will go back to the new support request. I will click anywhere like all support requests because I want to discard that, and I will click on the new support request once again. I want to discard that because we don't want to create a request. Now we have seen how to raise a billing request. I have a support basic plan that is, and I want to raise a technical request. Let us see, can I raise a technical request? In the issue type, I will select technical. Suppose I have a problem with my server and I want to raise a technical request. And in the subscription, I say I have a problem with my server in the production services, and instead virtual machine running Windows. So my server is running Windows, and मैंने यहाँ पे like reboot, or I can say VM server. Okay, so friend, the voice is getting lost. So today I don't know why this is happening. My voice was lost for a couple of times. So I will keep a track of that. So I will repeat this once again. I want to know how to raise a technical request. Got lost. That's a good joke. So voice got lost when VM hang. So now friends, I want to raise a technical request here, and I selected the virtual machine running Windows. Depending upon your issue, you can select. You have multiple choice here, and then you can give a summary, then whatever performance, memory usage is high, these all things are dummy. And then they give me the RCA also, and this is the just they're giving me an update that they're facing some problem in a Microsoft and Xbox. So they're sharing the issue right now. No issues. This is not related to me because this is my VM issue. So I will click on next solutions, and this is us do it by yourself. So try the following step to diagnose and mitigate the VM performance issues. I say next, and let us see what happens. So in your case, what you see in the details part. Okay, that's good. With your current support plan, you cannot create requests for technical support. For technical support, upgrade to paid support plan or explore our free resources. That's great. So that means in the technical support, if I want a technical support, I need to go for a support plan. I hope this clarifies to everyone how to raise the request and how to raise the billing request and how to raise a technical request. Both of the requests you will raise depending upon an issue, and you will understand that issue and you will share with the support team of Microsoft, the technical team of Microsoft. The billing team is different, the support team, the technical team is different. Now let us go ahead. Now friends, we have seen about account, we have seen about subscriptions, and we have seen that we can create multiple subscriptions depending upon my requirement. And in enterprise, we have one production and one testing. Next is, even though I have an account, I have a subscription, I cannot create the server directly. I cannot create this server directly. I need a resource group. So what is this resource group? I cannot create this server in this subscription directly. What is this? Why I cannot create this server in this subscription directly? So for example, I have 1,000 servers, and out of these 1,000 servers, 100 server are of IT department, 100 server is of sales department, 100 server is of my finance department, and 100 server is of HR department. HR department, the danger department, they don't give more than 30% hike, but they give a good hike when I have an offer in my hand. So an offer and a counter offer grabs a good offer, Now in this case, if I have 1,000 servers and 100 server is of a different department, and all the 1,000 servers are created just like that beyond under this subscription, imagine how can I identify when I go to my portal which server belong to which department? It is not possible to identify directly if I create the servers under the subscription. That's why, to make management easy, to make understanding easy, Azure has a concept of resource group. This all concept of subscription, this concept of resource group is not in AWS. Azure is very beautiful in terms of displaying things. Now, what is this resource group? So I'm not against AWS. both courses are of Attari classes only, and both are leaders. AWS is a leader, and Microsoft Azure is a very tough right now in the market. It is very giving a very tough competition in the market, because Microsoft Azure, it becomes easy for them to go to enterprise and convert them to Azure Cloud. They give lot of benefits internally because they have the operating system license, so they can reduce, they give lot of credits. Now let us go ahead friends. Now in this resource group, so what is resource group? Resource group is a logical container. A logical container, I can say, a grouping of resource. So as the name, this is a resource. In the term of Azure, in the cloud of Azure cloud, this VM is known as a resource. This load balancer is a resource. This server is a resource. Storage is a resource. Everything is a resource. And this resource group groups those resources together. So that's make my management easy. So when I go to the portal, when I go to the production subscription and I want to see how many servers are there in the IT department, I will just go to the IT resource group and I will see all the things of all the servers, load balancers, everything, storage of the IT. If I want to see the sales team server, storage, load balancer, I will go to the sales resource group. The same way, it makes things very easy. And now let us go ahead. And I hope you have a good idea of why a resource group is needed. A resource group is a logical container. Remember the word logical. Logical means it is not physically present. It is just a logical boundary. It is just a container. It is not a physical device. It is just a logical boundary. It is just a container where you are going to put your physical devices. So VM, if I'm creating a server, that server is actually a physical thing in the backend. Azure has invested, created a data center. And when I say I want 2 core and 4 GB RAM, I'm actually getting something physical. But in this case, it's logical. There is no investment of any physical hardware. It's just a logical container. It's just a logical boundary. And the most important thing here is, this is the most important point. If I want to save cost, in lab environment, what we do is after doing the lab, we delete the resource group. Remember, after doing the lab, we delete the resource group. What happens? I created 10 servers inside this resource group. And once I delete this resource group, all the resources inside this resource group are deleted. There is no need for me to individually go to the resource and delete them. So that makes for me, at least in the lab environment, it is very easy. In production, we do not delete resource group because resource group deleting is an irreversible process. In production, do not delete the resource group unless and until you get a approval on mail. Then only go ahead with a proper ticket raise and everything. Then only you can go ahead. Otherwise, in production environment, we do not touch what is working. We keep things as it is. But in lab environment, to save cost, you need to delete the resource group once your lab is completed. Resource group is free. There is no charge for the subscription. There is no charge for the resource group. Remember, the subscription is free, resource group is free. You can create as much as you want. There is a limit, but there is a big limit. In a subscription, single subscription, you can create 980 resource groups. That's a huge limit. That's a very big limit. Now, so we will not discuss about limit, and in the entire course no one will ask me what is the limit of this, what is the limit of that. Everything is, you consider is that unlimited. For example, 980 resource group, for me it is unlimited. Well, I'm not going to create 980 resource groups in a single subscription. Even in my company production environment also, it's a huge amount. So they give a very big limit, and crossing that limit is a big thing. Then Azure will call me up. You have used 90 resource group. We just want to meet you who you are. So you can understand they have big limits. Now, friends, let us go ahead. So resource group is the logical container. It's free. It contains the resources. And when I delete the resource group, all the resource group inside the resource, all the resources inside the resource group gets deleted. But remember, this is an irreversible process. That means if forgetfully, if I delete the resource group and my server was critical, it was important, it's lost. Then I need to have a disaster recovery solution. And I will show you how to get back the VM. But for that, we need to have a disaster recovery solution. And that will come in the topic of Azure Backup and Site Recovery. Those all topics are there. And here I can do one thing. If I want to protect people from getting this deleted, I can show you how to put a lock. So we can put a lock here also. That is, we can lock this resource group so that no one delete it accidentally. That is, we can lock the resource group also. A topic will come about locks later on, where we will see how to lock the resource group. so that no one deletes them accidentally or even by chance. Now let us go ahead, friends. So I hope you have an understanding of resource group. Now we are going to see how to create a resource group. Let us go to the portal. Let us go to all services and let us type resource group. So let's keep the mouse on the resource group. So as you can see, I kept my mouse on the resource group, and here it is now in my favorite. So I will show you once again. Go to all services, type resource group. Keep your mouse over the resource group and it will come in your favorite. Now by default you will see a resource group which is available. So this is Network Watcher RG. This resource group will always follow you. Keep it as it is, no issues. This is an empty resource group. You can keep it as it is. It gets created. Now I want to create a resource group known as resource group IT. I want to create a resource group according to my department. So I hope everyone is on this page. Can you give me the confirmation? We have a lot of students, so I request everyone to provide your confirmation. So let us be interactive. I do not see any resource group. प्रशांत भाई का हम रिमोट ले लेते हैं. Let us take the remote of प्रशांत भाई. Yes करते हैं और okay, you cannot see any resource group. You do not see any network watcher resource group. That's fine. प्रशांत भाई ने पूरा ऑडिट का फाइल हमारे सामने रख दिया है. तो okay, I think you are using dual screen. If you are not seeing the resource group, that's fine. We are going to create a resource group. That's fine. No resource group to display, no issues. But if you see the resource group network watcher, then do not fear. Network watcher is an empty resource group. It is created by default. So it is empty. This, if you do not see no resource to display, that means the resource group is empty. Till the time a resource group is empty, no issues. There is no charge because the resource group is empty. Because the charge is of actual resources. The resource group is free and an empty resource group is of no charge. Now I'm going to create a resource group. Let us click on the add button. So everyone can see the add button. Please click on the add button. Now my friends, when I create a resource group, the first thing is it is asking me in which subscription you want to create. It will never ask me about account. Account is just you can say it's an umbrella where you have your actual subscriptions are the most important thing. Even I have an account and my subscription is in disabled state, nothing will work because the credit card or the debit card which I have attached, it is mapped to this subscription. It is not mapped to the account. It is mapped to the subscription. So if I have an account and I have the subscription in disabled state, I cannot create a server. But right now I want to create a resource group, and as you can see on my screen, when I create the resource group, when I want to create a resource group IT, it is asking me about the subscription. In which subscription you want to create? For me, it will give me two options, sorry. One is I can create in production or I can create in testing. Where I want to create this resource group, I say, can I create in production? I can create in testing also. I can create in production also. So this is my production resource group. I will create in production one. Depending upon your business, you will select the subscription. If it is a testing, you want to create a testing resource group in the testing subscription, you will select testing. Otherwise, you will select the production one. Now, in your case, you have only one subscription, select that only. Now, resource group IT. This is the name of the resource group. This name is, it is a name of your choice, and there are some naming conventions also, like you can put your department name here, you can put your region name, you can you can add some naming conventions, like normally for example resource group East US or resource group IT, and you have a code. But normally right now I will create the resource group. So resource group name should belong to why you are creating this resource group. So right now I will be creating IT servers in this resource group. That's why I'm giving the name as resource group IT. So the name has to be logical. Now, always use hyphen. Always use hyphen. Hyphen, do not use underscore. Hyphen works well. Yeah, पार्था भाई ने कहा है कि free trial is showing. Right. Now वो थोड़ी देर में प्रोडक्शन आ जाएगा जो रीनेम आपने किया है. You will see the rename. You have renamed and you will see the name as production after some time. It will get reflected. Now in this region, then the next question being asked is this resource group IT I want to create in which region? In which region? Meaning I want to create, for example, I want to create a server in Mumbai. So I will create the resource group in the same region. So it is better to create the resource group in the same region where my resources are. It is better. So I want to create this server in Mumbai. So I will create this resource group in Mumbai. Now I will go ahead and I will search Mumbai here. So you can also search Mumbai there. So friends, we are not able to see Mumbai. Why? Because Mumbai, there is a data center in Mumbai, but the code is not Mumbai. So if I type India, I will see Central India, West India, and South India. Correct. So Steven भाई ने कहा है कि West India और आंसर बिल्कुल परफेक्ट है. West India is Mumbai. But then I want to know what is this East US? East US 2, South Central, West US. What is this? What is the actual region? What is the actual location? If you have the curiosity of finding the region, finding the actual location, like West India is Mumbai. So if you want to know about others, then we will just go ahead and get a link from, that is Azure Region. They are known as regions. So data centers are known as region in Azure. So Azure Region location. What is the location of Azure Region? This Azure Region location, and you will get okay, this is the link. Just click on this link, and on this link, when you click on this link, if I want to see in the United States how many regions are there, so East US means Virginia, West US means California, West Central US means Wyoming, and North Central US meaning Illinois, and South Central US meaning Texas. The same way I can go for Japan, Tokyo, and you can see how many geography we have. China, one of the most dangerous place, and available to, and you can see available to, it is not available to everyone. Available with business presence in, if you have a business presence in China, then only you can use their data centers. But people country like Europe, France, free-minded company, we are available for all customers. सबके लिए, सबका साथ, सबका विकास. Now Asia Pacific, all customers. So here you can see in the geography, you can see Korea, Mexico, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Qatar, Switzerland, and United Kingdoms, United States, Africa, Australia, Azure, government. So there are government regions also. So friends, this is the link from where you can find which region of Azure belongs to which location in the physical world. Now, I hope this point clarifies to everyone. Now, let us go ahead and we are going to type West India. West India, this is Asia, this is West India, because I want to create my server in West India. That's why I created my resource group in West India. Now going ahead, everyone on this page, okay, now let us go ahead, friends. So I just got the confirmation from people, and so not the good confirmation amount. So Shabbir bhai, CB bhai, and okay, now got the confirmation. That's good. So friends, you can just be interactive by typing the why message, so that at least I get the confirmation from your side that everyone is doing the lab along with me and no one is left behind. So यही है सबका साथ सबका विकास. तो यही शबीर भाई जो हमारे, आई थिंक यू ही नोज ओनली इंग्लिश, सो ही हैज जस्ट पिंग मी यस्टरडे के आई डू नॉट नो हिंदी. तो सबका साथ सबका विकास मीनिंग टेकिंग एवरीवन and taking everyone along and giving them benefits. Now let us go ahead, friends. So this resource group I'm going to create in this region. This resource group is a logical entity. It's not a physical entity. It is just a naming. Now, friends, let us go ahead and let us come to the next. Next is tag. Now, what is this tags? Tags are very important, very critical in production environment. Now, for example, I wanted to type here in the previous area, I wanted to type here something, my department code. I wanted to add the department code also. So I called up Azure. I wanted to create a resource group according to my department. And I wanted to add a department code also there in the resource group. Azure says there is no option for adding the department code here. We cannot add an option for you. But yes, we have given an option of tagging. You can tag the way we have cloths, tags on the cloths in the mall or anywhere. So the way we have tags, the way we have tags here. Tags make identification very simple, very easy. And I can give a tag like my department code, that is 007, or whatever is your department code. And I can give a tag like created by. And this is created by myself. So you just can see tags are case insensitive. So, and tags values are case sensitive. To always use small letters in creating the tag. That's the best thing. One is insensitive, one is sensitive. Now apply tags to an Azure resource to logically organize them by categories. A tags consist of the name and the value pair. So what happens? So I will Stephen bhai ne question पूछा है. I will take that question. Now what happens in this? The tag consists of the name and the value pair. This is the name, this is the value, and the department code. For example, now the next question that might come in your mind is, what kind of tags can I put here? Azure says it is that makes sense to your business. You can put any tag code here, like department code. What is the name is department code? What is the value the code? Created by is my favorite tag. I want to know who created this resource, so I want this created by is my very favorite. And what happens, my friend, when the bill occurs in the billing, when in after 1 month when the bill will come, I can filter the bill with the tags. And when, for example, I want to see how many how many servers are created by Zamir, I can just go ahead in the bill and I can say filter tags. I can just say, select my name created by. I will select this tag created by, and then I will select this name. You can see a lot of options here, created by admin1, admin2, xyz, whatever it is. I can select my name and I will see all the resources created by me. So taggings help in the billing also. Tags help in logically organizing and for management and for identification. So tags are very good. So always involve tags in your production environment. Next, and if you do not know any tag, this tag should always be there, because at some point of time you want to know who has created a resource. And let us go ahead. So normally this is my favorite tag. You can use any tag. Now let us go ahead and say review plus create. And finally, there is a download a template for automation. So automation I will take in the ARM template. There is a topic of ARM template where I will show where I will show you how to create things without going to GUI. I will show you how to create using PowerShell, how to create using ARM template. That is a JSON programming language. Programming language knowledge is not required. I am a pure infrastructure guy. I'm afraid of programming. So I did my BE from this in IT in computers, and I never ever was able to create a program. So there was in the last year we have a program known as Huffman code. What we used to do in the entire year, we all used to copy the programs, and then we used to, because what happens, no one ever cleared the concept of programming, and whenever the interest was born. So when your concept is clear, when there is someone to help you out and to take you from the basic to the advanced level, then only the interest is generated. Now friends, let us go ahead and click on create. And from starting also my interest was in infrastructure, so I went in this field. Now I have created my resource group, and you can see the location is West India. Stephen Bhaineka just wanted to know, if I create a resource group in West India and due to some reason the region is down, entire region is down, everything is down, my friend. When the region is down, for example, a natural disaster, a fire, and or a power failure, everything is down. Now let us go ahead. I have created a resource group. So this is my resource group. Now everyone on this page. Okay. So this is how you created your resource group, and I will share the, if it does not, I will take the message. If it do not have replication, like they have 3 data centers, that topic will come. So we will come in regions and availability zones, replications. But if the entire region is down, then everything is down. So I will come in that point of your, but that is the next lecture's point. Now friends, I hope right now you have a good understanding of what is account. An account can consist of multiple subscriptions. At a time of subscription, I can use the same credit card with which I created my first subscription, or I can use the different credit card. And at the time of creating the subscription, I can opt for a support plan, or I can go ahead and upgrade to the support plan later. Now, if I do not have a support plan, I can still raise a billing request. But if I have a support plan, I can raise a technical request. Support plan like developer support plan, professional direct support plan, and there is a professional developer, professional and production and developer business direct, you can say, critical support plan. So, and the next is no support plan. So one more option is there. So if I do not want to opt for a support plan, I can say no support plan, and I can upgrade myself later. Now the next point is, in subscriptions we have resource group. So resource group is a logical container. It contains, as the name says, the resource group. It will group the resources which are related to each other. So when for example, in my company, I'm creating servers according to the department. So in that case, I will create a resource group according to my department, and then all the servers with the same department will be created in the same resource group. When I delete the resource group, I will lost all my resource. That means when I delete a resource group, all the resources are deleted. I can apply tags to this resource group, which makes identification easy, like department code are created by or something like this. Now, going ahead, so these all are the PPT. So this will come to you as a PDF in your portal. Azure account contains one or more multiple subscriptions. Subscription consists of resource group. Billing occurs on subscription level. Each subscription has an ID. There are different type of support plans, technical support, a container that hold resource like VM. Resource group include those resources which are related to each other and which we want to deploy. So all these things which we have seen is one and the same. And each resource can only exist in one resource group. So if I have a server, it can only exist in one resource group. A resource group can contain resources that are located in different regions. So a resource group, this is a point which you will see practically later on, that if my resource group IT I created in West India, it can, and I created a server in US, East US, I can add this server in this resource group. That means because resource group is just a logical boundary. It is only the metadata of the resource group is stored here. Otherwise, resource group says I'm a logical boundary. If IT department server is in US, one IT department server is in Mumbai, one IT department server is in Japan, no issues. You can put all this server in a single resource group. So a resource group is in can be in a different region. The resource can be in a different region, that is possible, but normally we create the resource group and the resource in the same region. But if I want to have one IT server in US, I can create that server in US in my IT resource group, which is in West India. So resource group and resource region, resource group and the resource region it is not mandatory that it should be same. It can be different and it is possible to add. Now I'm going to share you one example that how to add a VM into this resource group IT. So in this resource group IT and in this subscription, how to add this VM. So let us go ahead and let us see how to add. Now, going ahead, I want to show you that how a VM, how a resource is added in this resource group IT and this production subscription. So let us go to all services. I will have a look in the chat. How many resource group can be added in a resource? How many resource group can be added in a resource? So this is a question about, I will share you one thing, Azure. So this is the page of Azure subscription limit. So you can keep this page in your favorite. And as an architect, we must know the limitation. We cannot by heart all the limits, but just for an example, how many resource group can you create? For the next, what if anyone wants to find any of the limit? If you have the curiosity, okay, what is the limit for this? What is the limit for that? You can just keep this page handy with you, and you can keep in your favorite, and you can find the limits from here. Now, just for an example, I want to show you one thing. How many resource group can I create in a resource? So I'm searching for resource group. So resource group per subscription is, you can see, 980. So that means how many resource group can I create? 980. And the same way it goes on. So it goes on and there are a lot of limits here, but remember these limits are a big limit. Exceeding this limit is a big thing. Now friends, let us go ahead and let us see that final point here is, I will go to all services and I will type in virtual machine. So why a server is known as virtual machine, I will show you in the next topic. But yeah, right here, I just want to show you one thing. So go to all services, type in virtual machine and click on virtual machine. And as always, keep it in your favorite. So that's good. गणेश भाई ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था, उनको उनका आंसर मिल गया और उन्होंने रिप्लाई भी दिया. So that's a good practice, my friend. That's appreciated. So whenever you ask any question, and you can reply back with an okay message, so that I, as a trainer, I must get a confirmation whether the question which you asked was able to answer your question, or still you have some queries. Then after class you can discuss with me. And next is sometime what will happen, you will ask the question and that is going to come in the future lectures. So I will tell you that that point is going to come in future. Now friends, everyone on this page, and I'm clicking on the add button, but just send me a Y message that you are on this page. And the last point, in 2 minutes we are going to end. 2 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it might be, but we are at the last point. Now I'm going to click on the add button. For example, I want to create a server. So I went here, I click on the add button and I click on virtual machine. And here, the first thing it is going to ask me is, you want to create a server? I said, yes, I want to create a server. It is asking me in which subscription you want to create. I said, okay, it is my production server. So I will select the production subscription. And in which resource group you want to create? I said, I want to create in the resource group IT. That's how, when at the time of creating the resource, we select the proper resource group and the proper subscription. That's what I wanted to show you, that how will I select the subscription and the resource group at the time of creating the resource. So this is how, when I create a virtual machine, I will select the production subscription and the resource. So I can see all the resource group here, and simply I will give my virtual machine name like my web server, any name depending upon your production requirement, and in which region you want to create your server. So I will say West India, or I can change the region also. I can change to East US also. Now, the next is availability option. This topic will come later on. This is an availability option, and that's a big concept which goes on. What is availability zone? What is availability set? But right now, I just wanted to keep your focus on how to add a virtual machine, add a server in the proper subscription, in the proper resource group. And at the time of creating this server, it is asking you in which region you want to create this server. But this server is a part of this resource group, and this resource group is a part of this subscription. So I hope you find this informative, and that's it for today. And the next is, you can in the drop down you can see all your subscription, in the drop down you can see all your resource group. So that's it for today, friends. And the last, I will just browse the PPT for you. And this is the inter-dark fibers. So region is Azure region is a physical location in the world. There are more than 60 plus region. This link is being shared with you. This is the region location link, and this Azure one, the region consists of one or more data center, and as an architect I will select the region while creating the servers nearest to the customer or business requirement. So all the regions of Azure are connected via fiber. So they are connected by each other via they are known as inter-dark fibers. So dark fibers, that means they have huge space to transfer data, and they are laid by Azure. They are not laid by Tata or any Sprint or Verizon or any ISP, internet service provider. Microsoft has laid this fiber and connected its data center. That means cloud is there to stay, because in Microsoft this Azure in Azure, Microsoft has done a very big investment. It's a huge investment done by Microsoft in Azure. So cloud is there to stay, and they are growing on. You can see the number of data center which Microsoft is having, which Azure is having. No other cloud provider is having so many data centers in the entire world. Can server be moved to different resource group or subscription post built? Yes, it can be moved to a different resource group or subscription post built. Next question might be, if I created a server in West India, can I move that server to South India or any part of the different data center? Yes, you can move that also. So I will show all that part later on. So that's it for today, friends.
At the end of this session, I would like to inform you that Attari Classes has multiple course offerings. You can we have the course for AWS Cloud Solution Architect. We have the course for Azure Cloud Administration. And one of the leading companies in the world for virtualization is VMware. We provide training on VMware vSphere. And if you are looking for any server training on Windows, we have a Microsoft server course, Windows server course. And for networking, we have a CCNA course. So if you are looking for any of these courses, you can get in touch with our support decks on this number 9987088551. If you're calling outside India, you can add +91. Do remember that every session, every lecture, the first lecture of any new batch is a free demo lecture. So don't miss and try to attend a free live demo session at Attari Classes. Thank you. Bye bye.